Yeah, so I think I've said this story in the podcast if I'm not sure where, but I was recruited by UP and San Beda. Lasal also gave me an offer, but I didn't really consider kasi Ateneo ako. I didn't want I didn't want to go
Yeah.
to the dark side.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, um, but I think I really seriously considered going to UP um, because the opportunity was there.
Yeah.
I didn't. I was not offered a slot right off the bat
Mm.
at Ateneo. Because of the full roster, and they just came off a championship. I can't blame them, right? But
Yeah.
in my perspective, I came off my fourth year. I was part of the national team. I was part of the Mythical Five. We were the champions. We lost one game the whole season, and I was upset that I didn't get a slot right away. I was like, what else do you want me to do? Like,
Yeah.
so I was a little upset with that. So kind of um, medyo nag-waiting game ako with them.
Oh.
So I kind of decided na okay, I'm gonna see if I want to go to UP, and I did try that in UP, and Coach Ricky Dandan was the coach.
Mm.
And he offered me the slot right away. He said, if you come here, you're gonna start right away. You're gonna play 20 plus minutes, 30
Yeah.
minutes. I was like, oh, and then napaisip ako, and then um, I was also trying it for San Beda, but I didn't really seriously consider it. I didn't because I wanted to stay in UAP, but
Okay.
so when I think when the management of Ateneo found out that I was trying out for UP for a week now, parang they told me to stop and then just come to Ateneo, and parang they offered me a slot right away. So kind of I don't know if it worked. I don't know if it worked na ginawa ko yun, but I was seriously considering transferring. And I'm so glad I didn't because
Yeah.
I don't want to change anything from where I am now, diba? So I'm just glad that I decided to stay in Ateneo, and I was able to parang be proud that I was from grade school, high school, college, then I was Ateneo.
Yeah. If I was in your position, I'd consider it also because in UP, di ba yun yung time na they weren't winning much games and yung team nga nila hindi naman deep. Eh, yung Ateneo, like every year, 10 deep, ganun. So it's harder to crack a slot on the rotation. And then, yeah, in UP, you could showcase your talent more. As you mentioned, Mythical 5 ka nung high school. So
Yeah,
baka pwede ka mag Mythical 5 if you went to UP again. Pero I guess, smart decision pa din yun for you, especially kahit, you weren't that well used it nung first 2 years in Ateneo.
yeah, true. I think I also kind of didn't want to go to a team where I had the ball all the time because I knew that um at that point my skill set was so raw. I wasn't talagang honed. I wasn't even shooting a lot of threes that time yet. So I knew that the best place for me to showcase my talent would be in a winning team where I can do like the intangibles, the little things na makikita ng coaching staff. But if I'm syempre in a team that's perpetually not really winning a lot, like they're just kind of in the middle, like at UP at that time was like that, right? So I didn't think I would be able to really showcase what I could do because that really wasn't my strength. And I was at my best playing with players that were kind of at my level or better than me. So it turned out well for me na I chose Ateneo.
Yeah. How, in your opinion naman, I asked Anton Asisio also, and I'm not sure if I asked Aaron Black, but I asked them what makes the Ateneo basketball program special. Like, for example, Anton, when he said they won the championship in season 80, I think, when they beat LaSalle, he was happy because like more than half the team or half the team were homegrown talents ever since grade school and high school, I think. And yeah, it's really happy that from your childhood days until collegiate days, you guys were still teammates. So, in your opinion, what's special about the program? And even if you change coaches from Coach Norman to Coach Bo to Coach Tab, like the program's still there and it's still instilled in you guys to stay there in the school.
Good question by the way. I think there's a lot of culture involved. It's the from grade school to high school, you won't really feel it because it's but from high school yun kasi Coach Jamite esteemed coach yun ng development coach, and then from high school to grade to college, you come in, you see all these players that have been playing the UAP, and then you come in if the practice is at 6 o'clock, people are there at 4:30, work lifting weights. Practice ends at 8. People are there until 9, 8:30, 10. Like it's you see it and you're like, wow, I have a lot of work to do, you know. And if you embrace it, like some of the players that I know, teammates that I've known, if you embrace the fact that, wow, I'm so humbled. I haven't proven anything. These guys have won championships, are playing at a high level, and then they're working hard. It gives you this kind of extra boost that, oh, I have to get better. Like I can't just stay where I am. I have to improve. I have to do this, and I think that's the most the continuity part is the one that really helps a lot because you can see like, oh, for me when I was not playing my first 2 years, I took it as an opportunity for me to get better, and those first 2 years, that's when I really worked on my shooting because I knew that I couldn't do all these slashing moves against imports and all these big guys in the UAP. So those first 2 years na hindi ako ginagamit, it was kind of a blessing for me because that's when I really got to look in the mirror and say, okay, I got to change my game. Well, I got to do something. So I remember I remember my first year, the summer of my first year, I must have shot, I would say, 500 to 1,000 shots a day, three pointers.
A lot.
It's a lot of
Yeah.
shots. Like, and
Yeah.
my I just remember like thinking, okay, I have to get better at this because in the game I won't be able to get layups or get rebounds or be athletic because the guys that I'm playing against are 22, 23-year-old players. So I won't be able to do this. So I have to be able to be accurate here. So kind of it's that kind of thinking that kind of helps the continuity part because if you think that in your first 2 years di ka ginagamit tapos you get disheartened, you can just transfer to another school and then but if you think that, oh, if I stay here, I'll get my time, I'll be the in 2 3 years I'll be the one who is going to show the younger kids what it's going to be like. So that really helped a lot.
So in your first 2 years, was it really tough for you, like in terms of your mentality, because you had that UP offer in the back of your mind, and were you ever thinking to yourself na dapat I should have accepted that na lang, I wouldn't be sitting on the bench when I went there, or talagang you were mature na that you were saying you had the mentality naman eventually of saying that you need to get better, and eventually in your fourth and fifth year you were the one of the main men on the team?
Actually, I'm just talking in hindsight. Like, I don't know if I felt this way when I was younger, but I think when I was younger, also, I didn't really think I could make the PBA either.
Oh,
So, parang for me, it was like a blessing for me to play in the UAP kasi I got to see my idols. I got to see, oh, this is where sila idol ko dati, sila LA, sila LA, sila Larry Fonasher, Wesley
yeah.
Gonzalez. Mga idol ko yun eh. So,
Mm.
oh, I'm playing here. Parang it's a big blessing for me na. And the fact na I'm in Ateneo, I get an education, parang I was okay na. And siguro I didn't really think about oh, it's gonna be my time, But I was just kind of working, I was just working, see, oh, let's just see how far I can go, and uh I guess I don't know how I made it, but I made it. So looking back, of course it's easy for me to say na, oh, I was mature, I knew that I was gonna get the time.
Yeah.
But I don't know if at that time I knew that, but I'm just happy that I stuck with it. I had a good support group na yun nga, my parents, my family, even yung coaching staff ng Ateneo. Talagang matyaga sila sa akin, sila Coach Shandy. Yan, they're very they're very uh
Committed.
yeah, committed. They were committed to making me better. So I'm thankful for that.